a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
The bits, the bits, the bits, the bits, the bits.
I was gonna make a meme and recite the O-Tag intro, but I forgot it off the top of my head.
Welcome to Of the Eldest Bits.
Welcome to Of the Eldest Bits, where keep going. This is a good bit.
Where we fuck, I forgot the O-Tag intro.
Charlie, it's your podcast.
We discuss how Steven Universe is our godly parent.
Our gemly parent. Our
Our
gemly
gemly parent.
savior.
Our gemly savior.
Steven Universe is Jesus Christ of the gems.
I'm Robert from the Paradox.
Robert from the Paradox.
I can't have a cab, and this isn't Percy Jackson.
Yeah. What's your gemsona? Come on, Charlie.
I mean, my birthstone is Peridot, but my gemstone is a moonstone, so...
Oh, yeah.
You're also a Peridot. What's Raye?
I had a gemsona. I'm trying to like remember. Maybe Azurite, because that's that makes a lot of sense, because that's the lady from Barbie Fairytopia who I had a crush on.
Oh my god.
Yes. So
That's the intro. Fuck it. I don't care. We're rolling with that. And today,
because Raye has a thing for MILFs.
Raye has a thing for MILFs. That was the test, and we all passed.
Did we?
Maybe. I don't know. It was ridiculously easy, and somehow we failed, actually.
It was very patronizing, actually.
Yeah. Hey, Raye.
hi.
Hi, you are back again to talk with us about another Steven Universe episode. How you been?
I've been mostly fine.
Is Raye back? Has Raye been on this podcast? Yes, they have. Serious,
Yeah.
Steven. I forgot.
You forgot me, Charlie?
I forgot when you were on this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I forget everything immediately after it happens.
But damn, Serious Steven was a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That's even incorporating, like, you know, the month break we took while I was moving, et cetera, et cetera. All of this to say, I am looking forward to this episode because it's usually chaotic when we record with Raye and or Juice. We need to have an episode where we have both of them on, and we'll just have like a 3-hour episode.
That's because Juice and I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about...
And you like this episode, and I don't like this episode.
You don't like this episode?
No, I have thoughts and feelings that are negative for once in my life.
Holy shit. I can't believe this.
Because you know me, I'm a media liker.
Yeah.
Well, the episode that Charlie has negative feelings about, thoughts and feelings, because Charlie sometimes thinks, is The Test, Season 1, Episode 38 of Steven Universe, which premiered January 22nd, 2015. Damn. Hey, y'all, 2015 was almost 10 years ago. Yep. This show came out more than 10 years ago at this point.
I hate knowing that.
I remember watching the first episodes in the lunchroom of my high school.
Aww. I didn't watch it until college.
I had a friend who showed me the episodes like as they were coming out. He would download them on his phone somehow, and we would watch them during lunch.
That's adorable.
I met up with that guy randomly again in the future. He works at the car place that like fixed like specifically tailored for my car, like the brand. He works there.
Nice.
I was just like waiting for my car, and he's like, Robert? I'm like, no fucking way. Speaking of no fucking way, hey Charlie, do we have any mail?
Do we have any mail? I checked earlier. I don't think I saw any mail.
No mails here.
I don't think there's any mail time today.
No mail time.
Nope. Wait. I could mention that. Hey, we have a YouTube now. We're on YouTube.
We have a YouTube.
Yeah, we do. I put all my podcasts on YouTube.
Charlie, what's
Hell
the name of that YouTube?
transferring?
It's just the bits. It might be Bits, a Steven Universe podcast, but I can't remember. Either way, if you search the Bits Steven Universe podcast, you should hopefully find it.
I'm gonna look it up right now, Charlie, and if I don't find it, I'm gonna punch you.
I'm testing your word.
The Bits.
You can test
podcast,
my word.
Steven Universe.
Let me
that's
check.
not how you spell universe. Jesus fucking Christ.
There it is.
If you look
shit, it's right there.
The Bits SU podcast, like most of our things online, you should be able to find it.
There it is.
We have 21 views on line 3 straight to video.
Hell yes.
And like we have no views on any of our other episodes. Jesus.
I mean, was that the most recent one? Is that
no,
why?
The most recent one was, I have to commit to the bit. The most recent one would be Alone Together. Yes. Because that is the episode that was correctly uploaded on time.
Uh-huh. Yes, correct.
There's a fucking helicopter going by. It's so loud.
They found you, Raye.
I think Lion 3 came out was the most recent episode when I made the channel.
Holy shit, I can see that in my waveform. Sorry.
It's fine.
Loud as fuck.
Zencaster's usually good at like minimizing loud noises from the outside. So, no mail. We're here to talk about this episode. Raye, why did you pick this episode to talk about?
This episode ties the early episodes of Steven Universe to the like plot-driven like way forward of Steven Universe. It shows explicitly the ways that Steven has matured by reminding us of the early episodes. I think that this is one of the most important episodes of season 1, and that it's like severely underappreciated. The test like blew my fucking mind when I saw it the first time. I was like, holy shit.
You know why I hate it? You want me to tell you my terrible thoughts about it?
I feel like if we're going to, we might as well start talking about the episode.
I mean, yes, but also like this is the start of Steven's descent into Steven Universe future.
Exactly.
This is why I think it
is good.
That's why I hate it for Steven. Like I'm like so mad about I'm mad that he had to grow up right here.
So this is the beginning of Sad Boy Steven.
This is the beginning of our severely traumatized boy who grew up too quickly.
I would argue maybe earlier, because like he does reference Too Many Birthdays in his whole spiel to Connie's mom.
Yeah, I mean, like this is the turning point. This is when he matures, though, like mentally, because of it.
So you understand the importance of the test.
I do understand the importance of it, and I'm just like, I hate this for my son, my boy.
So the episode opens up on a rainy day, and Steven and the Crystal Gems are playing this. I honestly want to play this buck fucking wild game. It's called Kitchen Calamity. Kitchen spelled with a C instead of a K, so you know it's a wacky, kooky game. / I'm pretty sure it's a copyright thing, because when they finish, Steven wins. By the way, I have no idea how the fuck he wins, but he wins because it's Steven.
I don't know. I just think it's so funny that they're all like, oh my god, who made this game? It's so weird. I'm like, that's just how games are. It's just like themed, okay? Leave them alone.
Since we're feeling old, you know, when Steven Universe came out, I think like the epitome of wacky party game that you would have would be like Cards Against Humanity. 10 years later, we have so many wacky fucking games that exist. I'm pretty sure you could walk into your local like Walmart or whatever, and you could find an aisle full of games you've never heard of that came out like that year, like 10 minutes ago, that it's like, wacky text messages you don't want to send to your parents. Oh,
there are so many of those. It's so true. But this isn't really a party game, you know? It doesn't seem like it's easy to pick up. None of them actually know what's going on. Pearl is like obsessively reading the rule book like my aunt every time that we pull out a board game. Like,
she still knows what's happening, but she's like, why?
The rules are roughly the size of like a full ass pamphlet.
Yeah, this is an intense fucking board game.
Tell me the dice roller isn't amazing though. Like,
that's a cute dice roller.
Adorable, yeah.
It's a mixer. Just like Throw the dice in, press the button.
The only person who I think would win this game, truly, would be Brendan Lee Mulligan.
Yeah, my boy got this shit on lock.
Even if he doesn't understand the rules, he will go in headstrong. Charlie, do you know who Brendan Lee Mulligan is?
I have heard this name before. Yes.
You've seen him, perhaps. His
No
likeness on the
idea.
palace walls.
Buddy, we need to get you a Dropbox subscription. It's $5. Then you can spend. Charlie's the kind of person who will somehow watch all of Dimension 20 in like 2 days.
My problem is that I piggyback off of my friend's Dropout subscription, and so we watch shit on our TV, but I don't have to log in for my phone, and there's no way that I'm gonna sit down and watch Dimension 20 on the TV. I need it on my phone so that I can like carry it around while I'm doing dishes and shit.
Also, I'm like 40% sure I said Dropbox earlier instead
You
of
did.
Drop Out. Hey, Charlie, we'll get you a nice Dropbox subscription so you can store your files.
Already done that before. It's like,
So while Steven wins, he looks for a new game in the closet and he stumbles upon the moon goddess statue all the way
Oh my
back
god, she came out.
from fucking Cheeseburger. Really?
She came out of the closet.
And she's still a moon. The moon's still gay.
The moon is gay. Oh my
Mhm.
god. I'm so happy.
It's all coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still there.
Steven's feeling pretty sad boy because he's like, man, if I didn't forget the lunar sea spire would still be around. And then the gems are comforting him, and Pearl, while they're comforting him, is like, yeah, it wasn't really a crucial mission, it wasn't important, it was just a test. And everyone's like, fuck.
Yeah, there is okay, they do a really good job in this scene of like using the weather to their advantage. There's like these beat moments where everyone's like digesting what was just said and like making furtive eye contact over the table, and there's like this little thunder rumbling in the background. Very, very good. A fucking tense as fuck scene.
Yep.
Over kitchen calamity.
Hey, clearly just like fuck, what game is it? Super Mario. This also ruins friendships. Kitchen Calamity, right? Am I,
I mean, it
referencing the
would.
correct game? Which game is it? Which is the game? What's the game that ruins friendships? The
Mario Party.
Mario Party? Yeah.
Monopoly?
I mean, Monopoly also.
I mean, Monopoly, yes. But I meant like the video game. The one where everybody's beating each other up. And it's like
Super Smash
Nintendo
Brothers?
care. Yes, thank
Tyson's Punch Out?
Listen, this is the game that people played in college.
Punching each other in
And-
real life?
See, to me, Mario Party is always more of a friendship ruiner because there's like betrayal in that game. There's pathos. Super Smash Brothers, you just hit people. Everyone understands.
Exactly. Here's the thing. Everyone knows you have that one friend who's really good at Smash Bros. And like
Mhm.
they'll toy with you. They'll three stock you to 0 in no time flat. That's fine. You've accepted this.
Mhm.
What you can't accept is your friend John landing on a random spot in Mario Party and receiving like 6 stars and winning the game, even though he was losing the entire time. Like that's bullshit.
Mhm, mhm. Absolute betrayal. Disgusting.
Bonus points of bullshit if he like gloats. He's like, oh yeah, I win. It's like you didn't win a goddamn thing.
You stole my star, and the second to last turn, I'll kill you.
Channel your inner Brennan Lee Mulligan when someone wins Mario Party.
The fake board games in this delightful don't wake father figure non-invasive operation. I didn't note them down, but there's quite a few.
Oh, they're in the trivia. Don't worry. We're gonna talk about them.
I was
Good.
like, they have to be in the trivia. There's no way they're not. Steven is annoyed because he's like, I thought that mission was really important. I guess no one gives a shit about the Lunar Sea Spire. It doesn't matter. It was just breaking apart anyway.
Yeah. It seemed like Pearl cared about it while we were there, but apparently she just doesn't like it when things are like decaying and whatnot.
What about our crystal shrimps?
I was gonna be like, our boys, the Crystal Shrimps, who we give a point to because they died.
Yeah, we gave a pearl point to them. They were our best friends, and then they
Mhm.
died in the episode because the place got destroyed.
Where are they supposed to live? Their habitat.
It's gone.
It's gone. I'm just imagining the little crystal
She's
shrimps.
gone.
The little crystal shrimps just sort of seeing a bright light and then seeing nothing.
No!
How dare you?
They just wanted to eat grilled cheese and they exploded. Tragic.
my brain went to like, oh, I guess they weren't allowed into heaven. They saw a bright light and then nothing.
Do crystal shrimps have souls?
Do crystal shrimps go to heaven? All crystal shrimps go to heaven. So the gems essentially promise him, fine, we'll give you an actual test and it'll be really hard and really difficult. And it'll be like proof that you have matured and grown in your power and in your way and all that blah, blah, blah bullshit. And Steven's like, woo, I get a test.
Yay. A test.
The
To
test.
truly prove he can do things.
I feel like the questions this week is going to be like, oh, have you ever had a hard test? And it's going to devolve into all three of us crying over a really hard test we had in like high school.
Oh, yes.
So Steven stands in front of the temple door where it is like, I don't understand how this magic works. It's magic, but like there has to be a way to understand it. Where Pearl is like, yeah, the door is going to open to a custom made dungeon just for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay,
A dungeon?
how?
Where are the
How?
dragons?
Space in the temple has always been malleable.
Yes.
And as we see later, this dungeon clearly works on video game logic, which means that it's really just magical construct. I've always considered the inside of the temple to be a pocket dimension anyways, so...
Yeah, no. I do think it's both physical space and a pocket dimension at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes
It's
sense.
just a TARDIS.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Correct. So we go into the dungeon, and do we have first? We
It's
have Amethyst.
Amethyst.
How can you tell? How can you tell it's Amethyst part?
The color scheme, the vibes. Also, there's a giant statue of her.
Rock.
It's like the giant clown that you see at the end of like a golf game, a mini golf game.
Sure.
But it's Amethyst's face.
Yeah.
And then a giant boulder comes out of it.
The boulder is conflicted about fighting a little boy.
No, it's
And
not.
then-
It's coming for his ass. We are Indiana
lit-
Jonesing.
We are.
I feel like we've asked this question before, especially with Zach and or Alex here. Can the Earthbenders in Avatar bend the crystal gems?
No, they are not. Not their bodies. They are constructs of light.
Can they bend the gem itself?
Yeah, that is an incredibly distressing thing
Can
to
they bend
consider.
the gem out of Steven and then kill him like White Diamond almost kills him?
I feel like you don't really need to bend the diamond out of Steven. I feel like if you just gave it like a really like a really good tug, you'll get
You
it.
can just pull it. I'm just saying that like you don't even have to touch him you can just like bend it out and
I don't
then
know. I
you've
feel like he
murdered
would
him.
come with it, if you were trying to
You sure?
use your bending on it.
I
you
need
sure?
somebody who knows how to animate just to have the boulder try and bend the gem out of Steven and just send Steven flying.
Yeah, so Steven jumps across a little vine because there's like a pit, and then he has to jump to the other side, and then yay, there's a bunch of little balloons that are star-shaped. He won.
Da-da-da-da-da. Well, he didn't win. He just passed the first test out of 3.
The first room. They do these little slow motion moments that show just how close it was that are actually foreshadowing because spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
It's all
close.
fake.
They actually got his ass and he just didn't
It's
notice.
all fake.
You think someone would do that? Just get on the internet and lie? But it's Amethyst being like, you think someone would do that? Make a test room and lie?
Yes.
So next he enters. All right, guys, what do we think this chamber is? Who made this chamber? It's bluish in color scheme and it's a music puzzle. Who do we think made it?
Lapis?
Sapphire. Garnet unfused just to have Sapphire make this room.
Mm.
Actually, you know what? That would be kind of funny because she's blue and she does sing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Actually, it was me. I'm sorry. I'm the blue themed person who made his room.
All along.
I'm like
You're
this
blue.
close because I said this before we started recording. One of my coworkers pointed out 2 gray hairs, and I'm like, I will kill you and everyone in this room and then myself. But instead of doing that, I'm going to probably go get my hair professionally dyed blue at some point in the near future.
Nice.
And
That would
just don't
slap.
even bleach it. Just
That
dye
feels
the
right
gray
to me.
hairs.
Like I'm feeling a dark blue for you.
That's exactly what I was thinking. But like, I feel like if I got too dark blue, I'd be an anime character.
No, I want it.
That's
I want it.
good.
I think we need Robert the anime character.
I need. Have I shown you guys a photo of what I lovingly call anime or anime antagonist Robert?
I don't think I'm familiar.
Is it just like your hair styled weird?
Hold on.
I feel like I might have seen it.
Here's another here's another interruption, ladies and gents, and all the worms in between. Hold on, this is another interruption. I need to find this now because I do love this photo so much.
Back when I had long, shaggy brown hair, my cousins used to make fun of me and call me Tom Sawyer. So
I feel like that's a hate crime. Anime villain. There we go.
oh, hell yeah.
All right, I'm sending it to the Eldest Bits Discord chat.
That's intense. That's
I affectionately call that my anime villain hair.
huh.
Tell me that does not look anime villain.
I see no
That
issues with
natural
that.
or product? That's
natural. That's just I grew up
Damn.
my hair like
Bedhead?
for like not even bedhead. I just like fucked around my hair for like 10 minutes in front of the mirror until I was like perfect. I don't think I can get that much anymore because I don't like it when my hair grows super long anymore. I'm already at a point where I'm like, oh, my hair's touching my ears. It's getting annoying. I'm getting old. That was always one thing my dad would tell me. He'd be like, you're gonna, I'd be like, Dad, let me grow out my hair. And he's like, you're gonna get bothered by it when you get older. And then I got older and it's like, fucking A, he was right. So Pearl's room is essentially, what's the name of that like toy? That's just, it's like the Simon Says toy.
Yeah, Simon Says there is a Simon Says toy. That's the thing.
I guess.
There is?
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's the one where you have to like you have to press a button, you have to like press the lights up, you have to remember the pattern.
Okay.
Am I misremembering what it's called? Hold on. Simon Says toy. No, it's just Simon, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, it's just called Simon.
Yeah, it's just called Simon. That's essentially what it is. Yeah. Because there's a path that lays out with a specific tune, and Steven has to match the tune and the path.
Or so he thinks.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I would accidentally find out that this room was fake, because I would not remember which key I had to hit, and I would just be like, "Fuck this, runs."
Yeah, no, same, honestly.
I'm great at sound memory puzzles for like 7, which is the most things that a human can remember pretty good. That's why phone numbers are that long.
Neurodivergent.
Everyone here is neurodivergent.
There's no. I keep forgetting what the opposite of neurodivergent is.
Neurotypical.
There's no neurotypicality in here. We're all weird. I'm literally.
There's no neurotypicals in Steve's universe.
I've only ever seen you wearing this hat, Robert.
Oh no, we have definitely recorded something together where I'm not wearing this outfit. For those of you at home, I'm wearing my damn meme page outfit for no reason at all.
Just for fun.
Just for fun. Well, I was recording stuff beforehand, but just for fun.
You also just like wear that like just casually.
I really don't. I can't tell you the last time I wore my Camp Halflet shirt.
Oh, I wear mine often, mostly because I have like 3 or 4 of them.
I also have 3 of them.
I have so many Camp Halflet shirts.
I only have the one that Charlie gave me. I'm a fake fan.
3 Camp Halflet shirts and 2 Camp Jupiter shirts. I could, in theory, just go my week wearing all those shirts.
Do it.
Anyways,
Okay, we bought.
Complete the reference. You ever see me without this stupid hat?
God damn it!
Weird. I'm a weirdo.
That's it. I hate Raye.
It's okay. I hated them first.
You hated them
Aw,
first.
babe.
Final challenge. Fun. It's red and fire. Who came up with this?
Wait, do we talk about the blades coming
the
like
axes.
across?
There's blades, there's fire that's red. Who came up with this? Greg.
Yeah, obviously that's Greg.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I agree.
Shoeball, I have to give you a big test.
No, maybe it's Bismuth. This room screams Bismuth to me.
Bismuth is still sleeping. She's taking a little nappy nap.
So am I.
Let her out.
Bismuth's just like banging against the bubble. Let me in! Let me in! I like how Steven makes a pun about Carnot turning up the heat.
God damn.
Ayy. Steven finally figures out that all of this was fake when he cannot go fast enough through this room and almost gets smushed. No, not even smushed, just like
Meat
spiked through.
tenderized.
Yeah, tenderized by one of these things coming at him. It's got spikes. It's coming towards the floor.
It has Thwomp Mario energy. Yeah.
And then he goes back through all the rooms and is like, come on, none of this would have hurt me. Like, it didn't matter what musical tone I did.
In retrospect, I don't think that any of Steven's parental figures would have tried to attack him with axes. Like, it did seem a little out of character.
That being said, there's this wonderful screenshot on the Steven Universe wiki. I'm just gonna post in the group chat real quick.
Is it with the axe right through him?
No, it's the other one where he's like standing over the void.
Oh,
This is
amazing.
adorable. He's
I've
just,
definitely seen.
he looks like he's falling, like in like a funny pose.
He looks like he's about to do like a Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen one where like the axe is like through his body. Just someone paused it at the right moment.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not on the Steven Universe wiki. So eventually he clips out of bounds because Steven's a cheater.
I love this. I love that it's like actual video game logic. I love that as he walks through, he like activates triggers to make the axes swing even though he's not in the little room. Like that all feels like very authentic. It's cute. It's like otherworldly and fun. Great.
I have the urge now to watch like a Breath of the Wild speedrun because those are fucking wild.
Yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get that bokoblin bounce.
Didn't they patch that out? Not patch that. Didn't they realize that there was a faster way to do it other than the fucking goblin?
Yeah, I
bounce?
think that they just do like the bomb bounces now.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't know. All
I
I
haven't
know is
kept up with it, but
all I know is speedrunning games are hard.
That's why I don't do it.
I play
just
games
play it.
regularly.
I'm bad at video games.
I'm
That's fine.
okay at video games.
I just enjoy playing them.
So he walks like towards the end and he overhears Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl talking about like, did we make it too easy? Isn't Steven going to figure it out? Like, why did we even do this in the first place? Why did they do this in the first place?
They did this because Steven's been like losing his confidence lately. He's summoned Rose's shield, but like he lost his healing abilities. So they need to give him like another win. It was because he lost his confidence that he can no longer heal anymore. He thought he couldn't, so now he can't.
So obviously this is the crux of the episode. So thing about Steven Universe, we only ever see things from Steven's perspective. We don't get any information as the audience that Steven does not have, which is something that you see a lot in novels, like first-person novels. I feel like it's rare for a show to go this hard on the concept because throughout all of Steven Universe and Steven Universe Future, you are not going to see anything that Steven himself does not see. So it's so important for both the audience and for Steven for him to be eavesdropping on this conversation because like the information that we are getting here about the gems' mental states is so fucked up and wild.
Like I do enjoy that we get to see their perspective for once. We get to see something from them, but something he's not supposed to hear. That's just supposed to be between them.
Yeah.
Right?
Parents, kids are gonna see and hear so much more than you think they're gonna, and when you say shit about them, they are going to internalize that shit. So be careful what you are saying about your kids, because goddamn. The gems are so sympathetic to me here also. Like, they are so lost and desperate, and they make this point that, like, Steven has, like, needs that they don't even understand because of his mixed heritage. Like, we can, like, call it, like, as it is an allegory for. Like,
He's a half-blood. As in, he only has half blood. The other half is light.
Yeah. And rock.
The boulder.
Anyways, it's so intelligently written. I'm like obsessed with this show.
I mean, like, I love all of this. Like, it's up until the point that Steven goes to the gems and tells them, like, wow, that was so cool. And then, like, he straight up lies to make them feel better.
Mhm.
That's the part that I'm just like, nope.
I think it's less he's trying to make them feel better, and it's more he's just trying to be like, I understand what they're doing. Let me just play along. He's not doing it to make them feel better. He's doing them so that they can think that they made him feel better. It's self-sacrifice in a way.
It's
Yeah,
it's both.
He's
Yeah.
putting their needs above his own emotional needs, because he knows that they're already struggling with his emotional needs. You watching this the first time, you don't realize how much Steven has matured and like how much he understood of what he just saw, because they like mess with you. They do a little fake out where he's like, I can't believe you guys, and then he's like, that was so awesome. Just seeing that how much emotional maturity he has here, and that he is able to like try to cheer them up, because what Steven just fucking Uno reversed them. He's like, you were trying to do something for my emotional well-being, well, how about I parent you instead? Like,
And that's really showcased, I think, in the end, like how the episode ends, where they all gather for a hug, and then Steven hugs harder as the episode, like the iris closes on them.
and smiles a little bit, because he knows that they were trying to do this for him, and that it all comes from a place of love, even if it hurt to see in the first place.
Yeah. I mean,
He's grown up so much, but in a way that is really sad and terrible.
yeah, that's the problem. I'm like, yes, like love is putting someone else's needs before yours, but also like you are a child. You are still emotionally developing yourself. Like, I don't know.
Technically, there's nothing wrong with what Steven does here, but in retrospect, it's the beginning of a super unhealthy pattern.
Yeah, exactly. That's why, like, I mean, the first time I watched it, I was just like, wow, I wouldn't have done that. Personally, I still would have been mad, but that's just me. Like, I would have, like, started a conversation with them. I would have been like, hey, guys, you don't need to do this for me. Like, also, that really didn't feel good to me because I know that it was fake.
Mhm.
Which would have opened up an interesting conversation instead of, like, emotionally taking care of them. But yeah, I don't know. It's the descent of Steven becoming too mature for his own good and then taking care of everyone else. Let's see if I still have that fan art. I think I shared it to the bits at some point in DXM.
While you're looking, we skipped over the final walk through the dungeon, which I just think is so iconic. As he's just going through the obstacles, and this banging song plays, and like you feel his determination as a little guy is very good.
Oh shit.
This fan art where it's like the differences between the original Steven Universe and then Steven Universe Future, where like they're all dealing with their emotional trauma and walking away from him into the dark, and like he's like trying to run towards them and be like, no, wait, guys. And then the opposite is what Steven Universe Future, where he's in the dark and he's sad, and then they're trying to reach towards him. Like,
That's exactly the vibe. They got it.
Man,
that's the show, guys.
that's 3 deep, 5 me.
It's too much. This show is so much.
I just think that the writing in this episode is unbelievably brilliant. The first time I saw it, it blew me away. Like the relationship between parent and child, and like how complicated that can get. And then, like in retrospect, it hits even harder.
I can appreciate it for all of that. I can appreciate the episode, but I can
It
also
just
be
upsets you
mad.
too much for you to want to watch it.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Especially
Yeah.
me in my mental state today, where I'm just like, no. I don't want to be the emotionally stable adult right now. I want to be the child who just cries. Okay.
Just like how this 12-year-old shouldn't have to be, but he decides to be anyways.
He's 13. He's
Oh, is he
almost
13 now?
14.
I wasn't paying attention.
What? He's 13 up until the episode Steven's birthday in season 2, the when he turns 14.
I took a year from him. Sorry, boy.
It's okay. It's okay.
Give him his
He's a
year back.
teenager. He should be a moody teenager. But as we
He's
find
gonna
out
get
in
there.
the Steven's birthday episode, he hasn't physically changed since he was 8.
Mhm, mhm.
Hey, kiddos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what it's time for?
It's time to
What-
go over
what's
to
the
our
time?
Crystal Temple for some
For
trivia.
some Crystal Temple trivia.
Woo!
In this episode, there are a bunch of board games that Steven pulls out and puts back into the closet. including Not That Sorry, which is a parody of Sorry, Non-Evasive Operation, which is a parody of Operation, Polly Polly, a parody of Monopoly, Toppler, a parody of Jenga, and Don't Wake Father Figure, a parody of Don't Wake Daddy. Polly Polly, I imagine, is Monopoly, but for people who are in polyamorous relationships.
Yeah,
I was gonna make that joke as well. Yes, I've never heard of Don't Wake Daddy. That's a game I've not heard
Neither
of.
have I. I'm gonna
I
put
feel
this
like I
in.
remember ads for it.
I feel like if I look this up, it's just gonna proc content I don't want to see. Let's see. Let's right click this. Children's game originally released by Parker Brothers, aka Hasbro. Okay, I don't want to read the rules for this game. It looks too long. All right.
Our scene at the end when Steven is congratulated by the gems is actually a reference to the ending of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
When the fuck will I escape this?
Apparently, in that show, each character clapped and said congrats.
That's
Yep.
why they had to make a movie after that, so that they could be like, here's how it actually ends. That was dumb.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. I
Yeah.
know nothing about that show.
Give it a watch, Charlie. It's an experience.
I've also never seen it. I just know too many pop culture things about anime. I literally already said this. It's that Amethyst Chamber Room has a boulder just like Indiana Jones, specifically Raiders of the Lost Ark.
We love that.
And that the like invisible like floor that he walks across is just like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, apparently.
Yeah. I think about Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade actually too much. I'm not gonna lie.
I was there fighting the fanboys in 2012 or 11 or whatever it was when they're like, why the fuck did they put aliens in Indiana Jones? I'm like, this motherfucker found the Holy Grail. Shut up. And then they introduced time travel in the new one. I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe we went too far.
Put it back.
I'm gonna
Put
need
it
to
back.
rewatch all of Indiana Jones just to see how
I have
bad
maybe
shit it is.
only seen like 1.5 Indiana Jones movies, so
Have you seen the racist one?
I don't
No.
know.
That's a trick question. They're all kind of
That's all
racist.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
Did you watch the misogynistic one? That's also a trick
That's also
question.
all of them.
They're all kind of if I had $1 or if I had $1 for every time a Shia LaBeouf character died between the fourth and fifth movies of a series, I'd have $2 or 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Spoilers! I did not know that happened.
It doesn't
I
matter.
haven't
Really,
seen the fifth one.
really, doesn't matter. The fifth one is a shit show. That's what they did to his character because Shia LaBeouf got too famous to come back for this.
Really? That's why?
They kill him off
Damn.
screen. They kill him off. I think it's in the Vietnam War.
You can't be too good for Indiana Jones, so he just must have been too expensive or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Harrison Ford, does he even want to be there anymore?
Harrison
Yeah.
Ford did it for the money. If you watch any, and I mean any of the promos, interviews, whatever, Harrison Ford is there not giving a single shit, and I respect him so much for that.
Like, he doesn't want to be in Indiana Jones anymore. He doesn't want to be in Star Wars anymore. He doesn't want to be anywhere.
He
He's just like
wants
here.
to retire, man.
Let him go.
Whenever you watch like videos that are about Harrison Ford or whatever, like someone's interviewing him, he just likes to eat his fruit and like chill in his house and just vibe, and like he just wants to be an old retired man. But occasionally, to be an old retired man in Hollywood or where the fuck he lives, you need money, and to get money, he needs to put on the Han Solo jacket every now and then, or the Indiana Jones jacket, and be like, okay, I'm ready for my $500 million.
Leave him alone. Let him retire in peace,
Let him,
please.
how old is Harrison Ford? I think he's like 70 something.
He's old enough. He should be able to retire.
He's 81.
Damn.
Yeah, he's
Sir.
of retiring age.
Peepaw.
Past retiring
Take a nap. You don't have to come back. Stop
He
making
wants-
Star Wars movies, please.
He wants money.
I want money too. I'll probably never be able to retire either, sir. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, especially since the government's like, oh, we might have to raise the age of retirement because we need more money.
Let's
Fuck you,
move.
government.
You can't make me work if I'm fucking dead. Anyway,
I'm I'm not over this.
The Pearl's room is very similar to rhythm-based puzzle games, where in order to go forward, you have to repeat like the sequence. Again, Simon.
Mm-hmm. There are so many of these mini games in like every like Disney like property based video
Yeah,
game.
because Disney wants you to remember music
Mm.
exists.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I
There-
only learned about rhythm games because my college roommate, also named Raye, played a lot of them and still does.
Rhythm games fucking slap. I don't know what to tell you. Rays love rhythm. I am playing Vocaloid rhythm games. I am playing Final Fantasy rhythm games. I am playing Elite Beat Agents, one of the most beautiful games ever created for the Nintendo DS.
There you go. So in Garnet's chamber we have the lava, and this, it says it's called a spiked crusher.
Oh, well.
That's the official name here. Is they're similar to some of the levels in Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
like
It's
thwomps
not
and stuff.
actually like thwomps, but there are definitely like spikes that come from the ceiling to get your ass.
All right, I believe you. I wasn't doubting it.
I doubted you, Ray.
Get my ass.
Oh, yeah.
Do it.
Charlie, you're taken. Don't ask other people to take your ass.
It's true. It's true.
There's only one ass you can get now.
Platonically, get my ass.
So they're saying that glitching out of bounds is like a secret world in a video game. I've never heard that terminology before, but yeah, it does definitely look like, you know, exploiting something to get outside of where you're supposed to be in a game.
Fucking boomer ass animators don't know about breaking the game. Fucking what's it called? The endless void.
You know what it reminded me of, actually? Ray, you remember when we watched that Librarians episode about
yeah.
the video game? Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. I was like, oh wait, I have more references for this. It's the same thing. We're out of bounds. Haha. Weird
I
cubies.
love watching speedruns and shit, and any kind of like video about like going out of bounds and like trying to reach the end of a game, like the end of where it will load, just like falling and falling forever. Like there is a strange beauty to glitching out a game. I recommend looking up some shit if you've never seen that kind of thing before.
So the first when Steven enters the first dark room, when the torches appear, it's sort of similar to the beginning of the battle with Magnus in the Super Nintendo game Chrono Trigger. The same is also true of the spotlights that appear when Pearl and the others are revealed at the end of the episode.
Okay.
And now it's time for Charlie's favorite section, Continuity.
Continuity?
Yeah, that.
So we have our hole in the ceiling that happened what, two episodes ago? Yeah,
Yep.
in Warp Tour.
Yep.
By as what I'm calling them, this is calling them the flask robinoids. I'm calling them the perinoids because they're paradots. They're her babies, according to Steven. The perinoids.
So the hole is patched up, and since it's raining outside, it's leaking. That's incredibly charming. I never would have noticed something like that. That's like the rest of these are like kind of obvious, like they're straight up referencing other episodes, but like that's just a very cute continuity detail.
Yeah. I love it.
So Steven still can't heal, just like in House Guest, where we're keeping that storyline going. Hopefully he'll fix it soon.
There were several references to Cheeseburger Backpack in this episode. We got the Moon Goddess statue. The gems reveal that the Lunar Ceasefire mission was a test for Steven. And the end of the episode, like when it explodes and stuff, was also mentioned by Pearl.
Yes. Cheeseburger backpack.
Cheeseburger backpack. Cheeseburger backpack.
Oh, okay. We have references to Serious Steven, Ray's last
This is actually
episode.
Raye continuity.
This
that
is
apparently
in
I
fact
like Dungeons and Trap Rooms.
Dungeons and Trap Rooms, the next tabletop RPG coming to you. Yeah, this is saying that the tests that Pearl and Garnet made were very similar to the ones in Sirius Steven.
Which I think is not necessarily continuity. I think that's just like design ethos.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth noting, I suppose.
Fellas, who are we giving our Pearl points to?
My pearl points go to the boulder.
The character from Avatar or the boulder in this episode?
The boulder. I assume that the boulder in this episode does have the personality of the boulder from Avatar.
Option number 3, the boulder that almost crushes the mystery gang until John Cena comes out of nowhere and like punches it away.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Actually, I think that boulders that chase after characters are just the same boulder in every universe. This is just this guy's job. He's an actor. He's in Indiana Jones. He's in
typecast.
Steven Universe. Yeah. He's in Crash Bandicoot. Which were the most fucking terrifying Crash Bandicoot levels for me as a child, just so you know.
Absolutely.
You know what? It's going to the moon goddess statue, actually. She came out in this episode. She came out of the closet.
I'm so
moon's
proud of
gay.
her.
Like, I'm so proud of her. The moon is still gay, guys. It's still important to me that the moon is gay.
The moon is a trans lesbian goddess, and I support her every day of my life.
The moon will be coming out for us currently recording in like an hour-ish, so be sure to praise the moon tonight, fellas. Actually, no, it'll come out for me and Charlie. For Raye, for Raye, it comes out later because Raye is in a different part of the world.
Yeah.
I think.
Sorry.
Sucks to be you, nerd. We get the gay, lesbian, moon, trans moon. Fucked up. Damn it.
I'll be walking when the moon is out, so I'm the real winner.
You are.
My pearl point, I'm just gonna give to Steven for being selfless and being like, my family needs their emotions healed more than mine do.
My beautiful boy. My beautiful baby boy. I love him so much.
He deserved better.
Oh, right. And then the question, we alluded to it earlier. What's that traumatizing thing you overheard your parents say? No, we're not doing that. I don't know. Have you guys ever taken a hard test before?
I mean, I did in fact have to take the AP test. One AP test in high school. I did AP English, and I did not do well.
Oh no.
I also had to take an AP test in high school, and then fun fact, I told my parents the night before, hey, I have my AP exams tomorrow. I'm leaving early without my backpack because I get to leave at like noon or whatever. I went and like I won't have my phone, like it'll be off, blah blah blah. I went, took my AP exam. I come out, all my classmates were like, Robert, where were you, man? I'm like, taking my AP exam. Your parents were here, the police were here, everyone thought you killed yourself. I'm like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
I leave and I call my dad. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? And he's like, you didn't tell us. I'm like, I told you yesterday.
Holy shit.
What the hell?
Yeah, that wasn't fun. That was the true test.
Having to go through that. There was a test for your parents and they failed.
Do you have a hard test?
I always tested really well in high school.
Wow. Nice.
I had the high AQ ADHD, where I couldn't do my classwork, but I tested really well, so I passed most of my classes, except for my AP Lit class, where I almost did not pass and did not graduate high school. This is the problem with the high IQ ADHD, where you never learn to study or do work. Anyways, the point is that I didn't take AP Lit test because my grade was too low in that class. So instead, I clept out of English. So if you don't take AP tests, but you test well enough that you think you don't want to take classes, take CLEP tests. That's an option also. You can just take a different test that you don't have to take a class for, and then it gives you college credit, and it slaps. So that is my recommendation to all of you out there in high school moving into college. CLEP is even easier than AP.
Like I can give you one more traumatizing test story.
Oh yeah. Oh, is it your
like
fucking driver's test issue that you had recently?
That was not recent. No,
that was a while ago, I guess. I mean, it's recent to me.
There was I told you about permit test. I told you about a permit test.
Yes, that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
but no, that wasn't stressful. That was after the test that was stressful. They gave me
Yeah,
they gave me
exactly.
the wrong permit for motorcycles instead. Don't worry about it. It's fine. No, the test that stressed me out was, okay, so you take your SATs. But you're supposed to take them multiple times, like just to see if you can do better.
Right.
The second time, I had such an anxiety attack the night before.
No.
It was just like, I almost did not go and sit the test a second time because I was just like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I'm so stressed out. I don't want to be here.
It's so sad.
But I did do it. I did not do better the second time. So, ayo, stressing out before a test does not make you do better. In fact,
Yeah. The night before the test, don't even study. It's not worth it. Go to sleep.
just go the fuck to sleep, man.
Go the fuck to
Let
sleep.
your little brain percolate. It'll be fine.
It'd really be like that sometimes. Do we want to commit to the of the eldest bits bit, and do we want to talk about the one we'll plug anything we've been watching or listening? Do we want to fully commit to the bit?
You know what? You know what? I've plugged it already on our podcast, but like, let me plug it over here for the other listeners who don't do Percy Jackson shit. Hey, go watch Delicious in Dungeon.
Yes.
Because it's all I've been obsessing over lately.
Get some D&D in your life.
Get some double D's. What?
They have everything. They have lesbian monster girls. They have freaky autistic man. They have the dwarf who you want to marry. It's the most beautiful anime I've ever seen.
Literally, it's amazing. Okay. I don't know if I shared that with you yet, but I found something where someone made a homebrew D&D thing so you could play Senshi
Oh,
in,
nice.
in the game. I need to send that
Incredible.
to you. Okay.
My cross-platform plug is Hades 2 early access.
As it should be.
Hades 2 early access already has more content in it than the full release of Hades 1. Like, there's still some
shit.
art that's not done and shit. Like you're still getting an early access like experience, but it's a whole game. You can play it right now if you feel like it, and it fucking slaps so hard. You
Hell
can use
yeah.
magic. It's great.
Okay, then I'm just gonna plug the remaster of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I've been having fun playing that.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah! All
Good
right.
shit.
Transvivian.
Transvivian, let's go. Charlie, release us from this mortal hot dog.
Get out of my bits.
Get out of my fry stand. You're not supposed to be back here. There's grease burners.
Oh my god.
Get out of my podcast. It's not perfect.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. You can follow this podcast socials at The Bits SU Pod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send a message to our Diamond line through thebitssupod@gmail.com. Be sure to give us a rating, a review, or let your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, and I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws.
You can find me, Robert, at the Damn Meme page on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Damn is spelled D-A-M. If you want to hear more from me, check out one of my many podcasts. I have a Once Upon a Time podcast called Entering Storybrooke, a Kim Possible podcast called That's a Sitch, and an Oseman Verse podcast called The Truum Grammar Book Club.
The Bits is proud to be a part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like Of the Eldest Gods, a chapter-by-chapter Rick Riordan pod with mythological context and no spoilers.
Charlie, I'm so glad I found you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. The break was hard, but I'm not injured.
Thank the gods. What do we do now?
Okay, Raye, I need you to listen to me. There's only one book left, and I know it's gonna be hard, but we have to get through it.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna run out and start reading.
Good plan. Okay. I'll start emailing guests.
Charlie! No! You're an introvert!
It's okay. I can do this.
Remember me, Charlie!
I love you, buddy.
For Rick!
Check out Of the Eldest Gods. Episodes every Thursday, now covering Book 5 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Last Olympian.
There are
I-
deer in my yard currently. They are trying to eat my tomatoes.
Kill him.
I've just been sent an image of deer by my garden.
Kill
Get their
them.
asses.
Get their asses.
Thank
It should be the outtake.
You
Kill
know
the
they were
deer.
gonna eat our tomato plants.
I know. Well, I just saw the one.
Hi, Teddy.
Those bitches.
Because I was like, and then he stood
Charlie
up.
says hi.
Hi, Charles. I thought I was all like, okay, buddy. And he went over here, and I was like, you gotta go. And then his friend stood up. Like,
He was just like laying back there?
yeah,
Damn.
they were just in the shade. And I was like, you guys can't be here. And then
Everyone's
they, like,
gangster
walked
until
out
the deer stands up.
that way.
Mm,
And it was like, get out of here. You're gonna eat Ray's veggies.
Oh man.
They've done that. They've eaten the tomato
Not
plants.
your tomatoes.
Here's
all
the
of our
thing.
apples, all of
I
our-
had many
and our
problems
grapes.
with tomatoes throughout my life
They hate
until I
us.
had like a proper
This is what
fresh grown
homophobia
tomato.
is.
And I'm like, oh, that's why I didn't like tomatoes growing up. Because I got like my parents would get like the like several weeks old shitty grocery store tomatoes. A fresh grown tomato is like crack rock cocaine. This entire thing's probably gonna be out there. There's so many outtake potentials every time there's an episode with Raye or Juice.
Yeah, well, this is also my fault for constant interruptions, but
So,
Oh, well.
you know,
Dave X Media.